What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are out on the Andros. It is mini season and we're going to be getting into some lobster, but I'm going to use a little hack. There is a sea scooter that I'm going to review, and I've never used a sea scooter before, but it is going to be my first time underwater zipping around with this thing. I'm hoping it gives me a little extra breathing time, a little extra bottom time, cruising around, scouting for lobster, and we're gonna be going on some reefs. So I'll see you guys down below for some voiceovers, and I'll walk you through, well, I'll talk you through everything that I'm doing down there. All right, so welcome back underwater, everybody. Now I have a ton of footage, a ton of third-person footage using this thing, and this is before I used those Subnados. So this is just another type of sea scooter that I was able to use while spearfishing, and I was able to modify it just a little bit. You can see how I had used my belt reel to wrap it around the handle, so I pulled down both triggers and able to make it go. And this thing's very simple. That's definitely a plus side of it, is that it's really simple to use, but you do need both hands on the scooter to go, and even if you did just have one hand on it, it would make it really inconvenient because the thing would be trying to go sideways, so you need to have at least do something like I did, where I hooked, you can see my belt reel is hooked up to one of the throttles. It kept it held down the whole time, and I used my left hand to kind of, you know, balance myself out and turn it on and off. So now whenever I was using it, whenever I was doing lobster, and I'm going to walk you through how I lobster as well. You can use this thing while holding onto a snare or a spear gun like I'm doing right now. So I'm using two fingers to throttle it down. I'm using it to get to the bottom. I'm not diving too deep on this one, but I'm diving it at least deep enough to where I can get to the fish, and I'm using it to kind of just cover ground, and I used it to grab the lobster bag, and I'm bringing it over to my sister. She's on a tank because we'd rather work smarter and not harder. So instead of everybody free diving, she goes down on a tank, and I'm just kind of scouring around, getting any of the straggler lobster that, you know, kind of make it away from her. And that's what I'm doing right here. I ended up running out of, actually, did I run out of air? Yeah, I ended up running out of air. I just decided to head up to the surface and then do a little another breathe up and then head back down. But this scooter does save you on energy getting up and down surface to the reef. So like I said, prime example, this is a nice third-person view. You can see how loaded these reefs are, and they're not only loaded with lobster, but they have a ton of fish. And you can see me scootering around, finding a couple of lobster, and I think I just passed over this guy, but you see me finding the lobster. Easy to maneuver on this thing. It pulls me right over to the spot where I want to be. I kind of throw it out to the side. I have it hooked onto my belt reel. And from this point, I go ahead and use the snare, tickle the lobster out just a little bit. And then I don't know, just making sure, I guess, that everything's in the frame. I really couldn't tell. This is what happens when you don't have a cameraman. But you can see me tickling them out with my snare closed. Then I go ahead and open the back of it, wrap it around their tail, and then I cinch it down. And that's an awesome third-person view of how you catch one of these lobster. And these all are pretty much the same size, all very, very legal. Usually about a centimeter over legal size. They're legal size. But you can see me, this is before I kind of figured out the trick of holding it down, but after I kind of messed around with this a little bit, I basically ended up using my belt reel, and I did a bunch of wraps around the handle, and I just, to where it would hold one of the triggers down, and then I could use my other hand to toggle the scooter on and off. So now I'm going to go ahead and leave a link for this product in the description below. If it's something you can see yourself using, or also just giving it to your making it a gift for the holidays, giving it to your family or friends, just so they can play around and just be active in the water, in the pool. It definitely makes it interesting, and it's another toy that you can definitely use on the ocean or in the pool, just to, you know, have fun. Yeah, I just have a bunch of clips of me catching these lobster. You can see how just easy and calm it is using these snares. A lot of people use the the nets and tickle stick, but you could see all this reef everywhere, that the nets always get hung up on the reef, and then you end up having to rip the reef off, as opposed to these tickle sticks or these snares. They're just very simple, and they don't really get caught on anything. And you can also, if you're tank diving, you can go tank dive and have a spear gun and bring one of these, and it's really easy to maneuver around the reef and catch lobster. So I'm just gonna roll on some of these clips and I'll talk here and there, but I'll just let you enjoy me using this scooter. I'm just giving the whole reef a big scan, and then I come up on a nice little nest of lobster right here. And throughout this video, I'll just keep giving you examples of how I catch them, different techniques, and then also just hang tight and I'll show you actually how to measure them, and it'll, that you can use for reference if you ever get out there and do this yourself. Alright, you guys, we got back and we got some freaking tails. We put them on ice, wrung them all off, and I'm gonna do a really cool cook up with these things. So do not go anywhere, and I will see you back at my place. Yeah, what do you think of the scooter?
It'd be fun. It'd be fun. Save a lot of energy, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. This thing just cooks underwater. Let me give you a little demonstration without holding a bunch of gear and stuff. The thing is so sweet. That is so much fun. If you could pick up one of these things, and they're only like $300 roughly, I think. I'll leave a link in the description below. Something very fun, something fun you can use while spearfishing, and it gives you a little bit of an advantage. I'm all about it. You guys should check it out. And you saw it at work out there. I was scouting the whole reef for lobster, and we got on them real good. I hope you enjoyed that little demonstration, and I'm going to, I'll see you guys back at my place. I'm going to show you a special way I cook up this lobster. All right, you guys, we're in my kitchen, and we're actually going to do a unique meal. Not really one kind of from scratch. So basically what I'm doing, I have some leftover shredded conch, and I'm using this batter. I'll go ahead and, there's like some gluten-free flour, there's some milk, egg, and whatever veggies you want to chop up. I had some stuff from the garden. I had some fresh green onion, some hot peppers, and also some regular bell peppers, and some garlic, and then just some salt, pepper. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this batter to bake up, or to cake around that lionfish that I filleted. And then we're also, after we're done using the amount of batter for that, I'm going to throw some conch and some lobster in the batter and make conch lobster fritters. So I'm gonna get into it, and it's gonna be good because I've already had the batter with conch, and with it wrapped around these fillets is gonna be crazy good. So fingers crossed it turns out all right. All right, so that's that. Man, my hands were super messy, but look at that goldenness. It's starting to kind of shape up. I'm gonna flip at least one of them. The first one I put in, oil was a little hotter than I'd prefer, but it's still all right. Yeah, I think I need to turn them off because they're all just about ready to be flipped. And I'm gonna wait for them all to be like really, I know that one cooked a little fast. I guess I'm going to be a little more careful flipping these because they'll probably crack apart. Oh, look at that. That worked out really well. And each of those things are a fillet, so you're just going to like take little bites of it, chunks of it. Yeah, we'll see how it turns out. I'm going to get to chopping up the conch and the lobster. You guys, look at these fritters. They look freaking delicious. And the lionfish looks incredible as well. I'm gonna make a little bit of dipping sauce, and I'll tell you the ingredients on that in just a minute, but god dang, those fritters look really good. I was a little worried because I have a little bit too much meat, but then again, like, can you have too much meat? And I was worried the breading wouldn't cover everything, but it's just enough to hold everything together, cook it well, and it's gonna be so meaty. I can just tell by the way it's cooking in there. Cannot wait to try this. All right, it's go time. I couldn't take any longer. So I made up a little concoction right there. It's some no sugar added ketchup, some mayonnaise, some lime juice, and some hot sauce. You can choose any kind you want. Salt and pepper if you want it. But the first one is off. I opened it up to see if it was ready. And dude, look at that. Looks so good. I can see, I don't know if that's conch or lobster, but it's cooked. It's white. Let that cool off a little bit. I know that the fish is cool. So we're going to try a piece of the fish, dip it in the sauce. Yeah. Man, that breading worked out perfectly. And it's gluten-free, very low carb. So good. All right. Time to try the fritters. It's like pure white fish covered in conch fritters. So freaking good. Conch fritter going in. Not like hot, but woo, very hot. Now I got some conch and lobster, and oh my god, you guys have to try this recipe. If you have any questions about it, feel free to comment below. If you think it looks good, comment below. If you love this video, click on one of my other videos where I go out full day, slay day. I promise you won't regret it. And do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel for more content, and I'll see you guys next week for another adventure. Later.